All right, welcome back. Let's keep the growth rate moving. 9 steps to building a systematized business. Now, what do I mean by systematized? I'll give you a simple example. A gentleman the other day was chatting with me and he said, Brad, I don't know why it is, but my team just doesn't seem to do things consistently well. So great, show me the checklist they're following. He looks me in the eye and he goes, what do you mean the checklist they're following? I said, well, if there's no checklist, how do you expect there to be consistency? And the checklist is the most fundamental, basic form of a system in a business, okay? So let's build into the 9 steps. And these are some things that might be further down the track for your business. But I want to give you a picture as to the whole way we build companies so that you can see each of these steps is well thought through. It's like it's a recipe of how to grow a business type thing. So we start with the vision statement of the business. And if you want to understand that, jump on actioncoach.com, go to the About Us page, and you'll see our vision and mission and culture and all of those sorts of things. So your vision's like the North Star. It's your 100-year goal for the business. Second is your mission statement. The mission statement is kind of like, how do you get to that vision? How do we actually get there and do that? And by the way, when you join us, we have a whole training program that takes everything I've taken here with you and breaks it down into a 30-day training. You do lunch with me every half hour a day, learning a bunch of things. Or you can start with our Action Club program, which is a 12-week program, taking you through a whole bunch of this stuff and working with a coach to get you and a group of other business owners moving at a very fast pace and getting the solutions you need. Number 3 is where you work out your culture or your organization's agreed values, okay? Now, why do we do this in part of systematizing? There's no use creating systems to go somewhere if we don't know where we're going. So where are we going and who are we that are going there? It's, the who we are, why we do it, and where we're going has got to be answered before the systems become a reality. Number 4 is the goals, the massive goals of the business. What are the big goals of the company? The 3 to 5 year goals. Where are we going? What are we up to? 5 then. We break it down into the milestones. Okay, so yes, out there, 5 years, we want to achieve this. 3 years, we want to achieve that. Let's break that right down into milestones along the way. A great goal should be something that is on the horizon. It's a vision, but it's not out of sight, if that makes sense. So from there, we could take those milestones, all of those things, and we say, okay, that's where we want to get to. And that's where we're going to build our business to. What is that going to look like? Who do we need on the team? And that's where we start to build your organization chart. We start to sit down and say, okay, who do we actually need? What will the company look like when we're finished? And I remember learning this from Tom Watson at IBM, where he said, I painted a picture in my mind of what IBM looked like when I was finished. And then I went to work on IBM, not in IBM. And I think that's a really unique way to perceive business and say, okay, I'm going to go to work on creating this amazing business. And part of that is, what team do I need to get there? Now, another part of that, which is step number 7. So 6 is the organization chart. Step 7 is what we call positional contracts. And don't panic, we have the templates and we'll take you through that stuff. But what in essence we're looking at is helping people understand their job. People need to understand what is their job. They need to know how to do it. They need to know why they're doing it. They need to know how it'll be that they're successful. Like if I hire someone and I don't share with them, okay, success in your position means X. Success in your position means this happens type thing. At that point, now that person knows what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how they'll be measured, and they can do a great job. But we have to put that down on paper and help people understand what they're doing. Number 8 is coming up with goals or key performance indicators, key activity indicators, but a measure for each department, the whole company. How do we measure our success? What do we measure on a daily basis that shows that we're doing a good job? And then finally, number 9 is where we get to the how-to manuals. These could be written manuals, they could be checklists. In a lot of cases, we find they're photographs or videos of how to do something, and making certain that the people who come in, you don't have to train them to do their job, you have to train them to follow the systems. Training someone to do a job takes a lot of work. Training someone to follow the system, a lot less work. As I said, the business should be run by the systems, the people should run the systems, and the customers should drive the systems. That's how real growth actually happens in great companies. And if you want to build a business that works without you, that's a very important part. On top of that, next video, 6 keys to a winning team. How do you build a team of high performers so they grow the business and you don't have to?